Stacy Hunsucker was known in the small town of Brookhaven as a gentle, cheerful woman who carried sunlight wherever she went. To the outside world, her marriage to Ryan seemed flawless. They had a neat home, stable jobs, and a life that others quietly envied. But behind closed doors, shadows were growing shadows. Stacy's friends sensed long before she did. Ryan was charming in public but distant at home. His mood shifted unpredictably, swinging between affection and sudden coldness. Stacy tried to ignore the signs, convincing herself that stress was the culprit. But things kept going wrong around her. Her car suddenly malfunctioned, her medications went missing, and she often felt dizzy without reason. She brushed these off as coincidences, unaware that someone very close was watching her reactions closely. One evening, Stacy confided in her best friend, saying she felt strangely tired, like something was draining me from them inside. Her friend urged her to see a doctor, but Stacy delayed it, thinking she was simply overworked from her job at the daycare. Ryan, however, seemed unusually calm during this time, like he was waiting for something. He watched Stacy's weakening condition with quiet, unsettling interest. Every night he prepared her tea, insisting she relax. She never suspected anything, trusting him completely. But a whisper of fear began growing inside her. And it wouldn't be long before that fear turned into a deadly reality. The toxicology report changed everything. Inside Stacy Hunsucker's system, medical examiners found unusually high levels of tetrahydrozoline, a chemical normally used in simple over-the-counter eye drops. It was not a substance people ingested by accident. In small amounts, it caused dizziness. But in large doses, it could quietly stop the heart without leaving obvious clues. The discovery instantly turned a simple tragedy into a potential homicide. Investigators returned to the Hunsucker home with a new perspective. This time they searched every corner, every drawer, cabinet, and hidden box. Behind a stack of cleaning supplies, they discovered multiple empty eye drop bottles, all belonging to the same brand Stacy never used. The strange part? The bottles were hidden intentionally, not thrown away normally. Detectives dug deeper. At local pharmacies, they pulled surveillance footage and receipts. What they found was chilling. Ryan had purchased eye drops repeatedly over months, always paying in cash, always choosing different stores. It was clear he was trying to avoid creating a pattern. Then came the most damning evidence: Ryan's digital search history. Investigators found searches like, "Can eye drops stop a heart?" "How much tetrahydrozoline is lethal?" "How to poison someone slowly?" "Poison that doesn't show in autopsy." These were not the searches of an innocent man. As detectives interviewed Stacy's friends, a consistent picture emerged. Stacy had been getting weaker for months. Fatigue, dizziness, blurred vision, and episodes where she felt her heart slowing down. She thought it was stress, but her friends remembered that every symptom matched tetrahydrozoline poisoning. Emily, her closest friend, broke down as she described Stacy's final days. She recalled how Stacy said her tea tasted different sometimes, or how Ryan insisted on preparing her drinks every night. Emily admitted she had a strange feeling, but never imagined it could be something this dark. Investigators now turned their attention to Ryan's possible motive. They discovered that he was drowning in secret debt, credit cards maxed out, gambling losses hidden, and overdue payments piling up. Ryan saw no way out, except one. Stacy had a life insurance policy with him as the sole beneficiary, a payout that could erase all his problems. Instead of asking for help, he made a monstrous decision. He began poisoning Stacy slowly, believing no one would ever suspect eye drops. It was cheap, quiet, and deadly. He acted caring on the outside, watching her weaken day by day, pretending to worry while measuring the doses in her drinks. But the truth always leaves a trail. With evidence mounting, Ryan was arrested and taken into custody. Even then, he showed no remorse. He claimed he was being framed, but investigators had more than enough proof. Purchases, searches, toxicology, and Stacy's worsening condition. In court, the prosecution described the case as a murder carried out in slow motion. They showed how Ryan used Stacy's trust as a weapon, poisoning her with something she would never suspect. The jury didn't take long. Ryan was found guilty of first-degree murder. His attempt at the perfect crime completely exposed. As he was led away, Stacy's family sat in silence, broken but finally holding justice. Her case became one of the most disturbing examples of domestic betrayal, a reminder that danger sometimes comes from the person closest to you. World would remember Stacy not for how she died, but for the truth that eventually fought its way to the surface.